Hello everyone and welcome back to the Gaming CPA's channel. In today's Timberborn episode, we are going to be exploring and going for this scrap metal over here. We kind of have all the food taken care of, we have the water taken care of, so the next thing I really want to start working on is technically farms. But what I like is not just inexpensive labor, but free labor. And our golems that we can create provide that free labor. So to get to that point though, we are going to need some scrap metal. And I also want to unlock the fancy number cruncher under the science, and that requires some metal. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to set up a second district, maybe over here. We'll have some people bringing just some simple berries and carrots over to feed them, and all they're going to do is literally just get scrap metal, and then run it back. So then we can set up kind of a little bit of a scrap metal probably a power setup going off of this, maybe over on this right hand side. Just an initial setup for creating the scrap metal, utilizing just some of the water power. So with that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and start that process. All right, so first thing we're going to want to do is obviously we're going to go over in that direction. So I need to get some platforms figured out. Looks like that's a 2-high platform. Something like that, and we can just do a staircase on up. And the reason why I want to go this way as well is because it's going to allow me to really tap in. I can eventually build this barrier. I can demolish this, and maybe I can even put up some more of our water floodgates so I can actually trap a bunch of water in here when the drought hits. So that way it feeds all the way down here, and we have this massive backup water reservoir. And I may even build it up so that it's blocking both sides. But that's why I figured going over this scrap metal would be better than this one over there in that far direction, because like this is kind of almost a multi-purpose section. So we have that staircase going on up. Let's go ahead and build our pathway. There's our pathway. Go ahead and build that on over. Oops, it looks like I built one too many on here. Do a quick demolish. All right. And then after that, we want to go ahead and build a staircase going down. That's going to require, and let's see, it's going to require a handful. All right, there we go. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. And then we're just going to probably go over in a fastest way possible. Go something like that. And then I may end up doing a staircase up as opposed to, you know what, we'll just do platforms across. It'll be relatively inexpensive in the grand scheme of things. And we're not like super duper poor quite yet. Obviously, I do realize that we will have to put a district gate somewhere here. And then I guess we need to do staircase down. So let's do this actually. Let's do it right there. Let's go ahead and demolish this. So because we're going to have to go basically right down alongside this right here. So we're going to need to do one platform, one guy like that. And then we will have access to all these goodies. I'm going to go ahead and just path them out. So that way all of that, I don't even know if we have, nope, we don't have it unlocked yet. We can, but I'm going to go ahead and wait because we have some other things I'm probably going to have to unlock before, like our distribution. And items like that. So our distribution posts and our drop-off points. I'm going to go ahead and save up my research for those two because those are going to be priority. But we can go ahead and let's see and have our builders start at least building. We don't have any unemployed. We only have one builder, so this may take some time. Let's just go ahead and turn off the hauling post, increase the builder, and get that started. So, all right, we will catch up with you guys once we've made a little bit of progress on the build. All right, you guys, we almost have the last staircase built. I end up putting in a couple haulers in the hauling post. I also upgraded to 3 builders. I just removed the berry post and took one from each farmhouse because we have plenty of food right now. And it looks like we built the staircase, and now we're going to start working down the other direction. So we are currently making progress. I honestly love the look of the color and the river coming through here. This just looks so beautiful in the green and the contrasts. Oh man, we have a really good setup here, you guys. I'm really excited. We're going to be able to make some really good progress. And I think eventually I'm going to want to put perhaps some of our little floodgates right in this area to block this off when I want to basically create a nice reservoir up here and keep it separate and then just release the water as I need it for my other things. But that's down the road. So either way, let's keep an eye on this build as we're progressing and see just how far our district center can actually reach in this build and see just where we need to put the new district center. All right, folks, we're making more progress. We got all the way down. Let's see exactly how far we can go. Okay, we're starting to get to the red, so that means we're probably gonna, my guess is we'll probably actually get all the way up to here, and then we'll have to probably build our district center right here. We'll have our drop-off point, and then we'll build. We're not gonna give our people any place to live, but we do need to definitely have food there. So I'm gonna go ahead and unlock the drop-off point. That one's very easy to just go ahead and set. It doesn't really You can literally just pick it up, do whatever. It's really not that hard, so it doesn't cost any resources to build. However, the distribution post does take some. It takes 15 planks and 30 wood. So I'll make sure to drop off some planks so that we can build this guy. We can build the distribution post without a problem, and go from there. All right, folks, we are on the last staircase going up. I did end up putting a pathway up so people can actually build the levee. It's funny because they end up running back along this other pathway to get back home. Maybe it's a little bit faster because you don't have to go through all the water. I think that might be slowing them down, but I'm curious as to why they are not finishing this build. It already has all the resources needed. These ones are taking all the logs too, but we will see. Maybe when they wake up tomorrow morning. I think their 20-hour work days are probably tucking them out a little bit, but you know, that's all right. That's what the work is. This is inexpensive labor, but I want to create free labor, which is again why we're going for the old scrap metal, so we can create those kind of beaver cyborgs to kind of help work in the colony. So, wow, we actually can go a long way. We may, you know, if I were to move my district center, we may be able to fully tap into it. Now that I think about it, I'm thinking I may move my district center over to this area right here, or even up to here, so that we can still reach everything. And that may allow us to tap into this without even having to unlock anything else. That's great. I will keep you guys posted as these things go. I'm going to actually assign all these as level 3 priority, please. So that way we prioritize this and get it done. Oh, look, I dammed it up, so now we're forcing more water, hopefully this direction at the moment. And we did end up killing some land, but that's okay. Everyone will be fine, especially if I don't need to get water. My whole thing was I was going to have a water pump here in case this district needed water, but if we can just supply all the beavers from the one district, then we don't need to worry about separating water and food, which is so much nicer, you guys. It really is, because the distribution post takes them and beavers, and so does obviously the new district. So we currently have 3 unemployed beavers. This is insane. I think I want to build another lumber mill, but also I want to go ahead and build up some more power. I want to make our power a lot more efficient if possible, and get ready for the electric or the metal smelter over here, which is going to take some gears as well as quite a bit of the planks right there. So let's go ahead and let's see if we can increase our own plank supply without, let's see, we're going to have to increase the water first, which I'm debating if I should get the large water wheel. It is much more effective, 180. It does need to go up 2 segments. Let me see how strong the water is here, and then we will make a debate on whether or not we should do the water wheel large or just keep it small. All right, you guys, while I was debating the water wheel set up, it looks like they finished over here with the wooden stairs. It does turn out my beavers are just a little short, so I'm going to go ahead and demolish my district center, make everyone panic. We're okay. We're not going to die. And then we're going to go ahead and place our next one, which is it? Oh, there it is. I'm going to try to place it right here. Now, this is going to cause them to take longer to go certain places, but if all is well, it means that they can access all of this. Perfect. This is awesome. Okay, so what I want to do now is I want to set up no, I don't want to demolish that. We want to set up a metal scavenger flag. Okay, we need 70 more research. All right, we're going to go and let that happen. But at least now we know we can do it in the future. Awesome. All right, guys, I will check back in when that is complete. Okay, so it turns out that this stream gauge claims that the water stream power is about 1.6 CMS, centimeters a second. I don't know, current meters second. Something like that. All right, so now it's going down a little bit. I'm not sure if this guy taking up water impacts it for the better or worse. I'm debating here, so about 1.6. So that means if I were to use my large water wheel, that would be 1.6 times 180, and 0.6 times 100 would be 60, 0.6 times 80 would be 48, so that's 108 plus 180, so that's about 288 power, compared to the output of this one, which is, well, honestly, I felt like it's been faster before. I'm not sure why it seems a little bit slower. But this one's output is 40 HP a second, which that technically would be, if it's at 1.6 as well, that should be about 66 horsepower. So perhaps by me building some of these platforms, it has messed up with it, or perhaps just the water has slowed down a little. But 1.5 to 1.6, I should probably do this large water wheel if I really want to power these things. So you know what, I'm going to go ahead and do that. So we'll go ahead and demolish that. And I'm actually going to do something different. I don't want to do pathways. I'm going to do a staircase down and up, and then see if I can actually get my beavers to, if I can build the power so that it goes over their heads and above them and they rock underneath it. I think that'd be kind of fun. All right, we got 2 days left for the next drought. We do have enough research, though, to go ahead and unlock the scavenger flag, and we are going to go ahead and start scavenging our batooties off. So let's go ahead and figure this out. They can really reach anywhere. So I might just do that place, and we will leave 2 scavengers. So I'm going to go ahead and reduce our builders by 2, which means then we should have enough for 2 scavengers. So they will go over and they will start scavenging. They'll fill this up. I believe I also have, yes, I have 5 haulers, which means they will go and grab the resources from here pretty quickly, especially if I hit this prioritize by haulers. Then they should come over and grab that. And then lastly, I want to go ahead and store it. I want to build a storage for it. We want a big storage for the scrap metal just due to the fact that this is going to be metal for our basically, probably most of the metal for our facilities. So I'm just going to place it right here to start, right next to the hauling. And let's see, let's go ahead and select this as the scrap metal. I'm not seeing scrap metal. Gears. Is scrap metal not go in this one? Uh-oh. Does it need to go into a large warehouse? It shouldn't. Call me crazy. But I am missing the scrap metal icon. That's Golem, chassis, head, books, daisies, items like that. Food, food, food. Well, color me something. I do not seem to be able to choose scrap metal. Interesting. Okay, scrap metal doesn't go into storages and warehouses. Where would it go then? Do I just have to always have enough supply for it? Don't tell me I need to unlock the large warehouse. This is wood pile. Oh, it goes into oh, it does go into the wood pile. Oops, my bad. Did not know that. Interesting. Yeah, large industrial pile. I get it now. So it's for your industry, which this would definitely qualify. Okay, we'll just put it right here then. And that makes sense. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense. Glad we figured that one out before we went too far. But anyways, I will keep you guys updated as soon as we get enough scrap metal and we start to build up our energy sector here. Okay, we have enough research to unlock the large water wheel. Let's go ahead and do that and then place this down. So this one, oh, this one takes up 3 spaces. I forgot. I thought it was just 2, and yet somehow it went like that. Okay, so basically what we need to do to make this guy work is we need to go ahead and place down a double platform. That will allow him to place his wheel. And I know I placed it a little bit further back. I just want to make sure, because if I do it one step closer, then you can tell it's going to overrun my pathway, and that's not okay. We need it to be like this, and then I think I might move this water wheel back actually a little bit. And the nice thing is you actually get resources back, which is awesome. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I'm going to just put him right here. And no. I thought maybe I could do a power shaft that drops downwards. But that's not going to work for this because that's still going to be too high. It's going to power this side, but I'm afraid this might just be the only side it powers. Which is fine. I mean, that's not the end of the world. And we will regret destroying this one. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do actually is we'll move these guys back. And I'm just going to put actually 2, because this power connection will connect to that. This may end up shrinking down some of my other stuff, but I think we'll be okay with regardless. I want to click the rubble underneath, so that way we clear the rubble out in case that does anything, but you know what? That's fine. We are currently trying to create some gears utilizing just the hand power because obviously it's a drought right now. We have about 2.5 days left. So once we get these power wheels up and running, hopefully we'll have enough research to unlock the metal. All right, and then we can build the metal smelter, and that will get us on our way. The reason why I wanted to go with a big power wheel is because of the 200 horsepower the smelter requires. So I just felt like this was the right thing to do, so that way we can start smelting. And once we start smelting, you guys, then we can really start getting into the assemblers for our golem bots, all right? Or I like to call them our wall Gs. So we're going to keep on working on this, and we will keep you posted as we get this build completed. All right, you guys, we are still working over here on the power, but I want to show you guys why the food and the water was so important those first 2 days to get set up, especially the food. I mean, we just went through a 5-day drought, and look at our food. We have well, we have over 550, close to 600. Our water's at 150. We have plenty of water still here inside with our floodgates. I mean, if I drop this down to 0.5, we're still good. If I go all the way down to 0, then obviously we're going to lose some. But I mean, we have a decent amount of water and food, and that was a 5-day, which I think the longest droughts they go to is like 9 days, unless they've updated it. So I think we're gonna be looking pretty good, but that's why I like to do food early on, because again, food is really something that you can struggle with pretty easily. So it's really good to get that set up early, and so that we can survive droughts like we just did. And we didn't have to worry about this food going bad because we ended up getting the floodgates, which kept us well watered and hydrated and kept our food alive. So it looks like we have a little bit longer left on our large water wheel, and then we will start building up our metal smelting section. While we enjoy this beautiful view of our base, why don't we talk about today's sponsor? Today's video is sponsored by the one and only super amazing supporter of the channel, my wonderful wife. Today's video could not have been done without her continuous support. And I really just want to do a shout out and appreciate her. I know I've missed the shout out the last couple episodes as I've been changing up my kind of VOD recording strategy. So I apologize for that, but as always, she is an amazing woman and just a wonderful supporter of the channel. So big shout out to her, and thank you guys also for watching and showing your support as well. Looks like we are finishing up our large water wheel. So I want to see if we can capture that moment before it is completed, and we can then see exactly how much power it's going to be creating for us. Again, I am thinking it's hopefully going to be around 260, maybe 250 once it kind of settles down. Honestly, as long as it's over 200, that's all I care about, because I just really... Oh no, we got a beaver trapped. Oh no. Well, I'm not going to lie, you guys. Okay, I might be able to unstrand him if I destroy this staircase. Okay, there he goes. Alright, thank goodness. I hate... Remember, we cannot have a beaver die because of some sort of death, whether it's food, water, or related to that. So, only old age is all we allow. Perfect, so all we need next is more planks and gears to get our smelter up and running, and then we can start smelting our first metal scrap. Alright folks, and we finally finished it. Sadly, we currently have no power. We just started a drought. It was a 6-day drought. I almost missed it. I barely closed my floodgate in time. I was currently building the thumbnail for the video, but it looks like we have everything set up now. So we're going to go ahead and try to work on our scrap metal setup. We're going to go ahead and allow this guy as well to accept more goods. But this one's going to be prioritized by the haulers because this one's obviously much, much closer. So what we need to basically produce steel is wood and scrap metal, and then that's going to get us our metal blocks. So it's already full of logs. It already has basically almost full of scrap metal, which means we're going to output metal blocks. So I may also build a storage over here. Now, let me just verify metal blocks. Okay, they are going to be industrial. That's what I thought. I'm going to put down a big industrial storage for those metal blocks. And as you can tell, I also cleared out some more space over here, or at least I'm working on it. I'm going to go ahead and get it set up so I can build some more other sort of smelters, as well as some other metal items, hopefully, and potentially start doing some bigger things. Like an engine would be awesome. That would allow us to produce 400 horsepower, and that would be without needing any water. I'm actually very tempted to actually build that right now. And then, of course, gravity batteries. My favorite. If you guys haven't seen any of my other VODs, I'm going to link it up in the top right corner. Gravity batteries. Whew, I built the biggest battery possible in Timberborn. It was a great video. And if you guys haven't seen it, you should go check it out. It's a fun one. But other than that, you guys, this is what we wanted to accomplish today. We have our scrap metal now smelter turning into metal blocks. This means we're going to be able to start kind of setting up a sort of a segment to where we can start building those golems and start getting them helping around and allowing us to have some free labor. So thank you guys so much for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did and you want to leave a thumbs up, that would be appreciated. And if you haven't yet and you want to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell next to it so that you get notified when I post more VODs, especially for the January 2023 special, that would be cool. And until next time, you guys, maximize deductions and pay less in taxes. Have an amazing day.